Hello and welcome to the IPF World Classic and Equipped Bench Press Championships. Presented by Eleiko and SBD, we are live from Almaty, Kazakhstan. I'm Joe Whiteley, and it is my privilege and pleasure to bring you day 6 of the IPF World Classic and Equipped Bench Press Championships. We are well into the classic part of the competition, and today we have for you in the first session the M3 and M4 heavyweight men. The running order is on your screen at the moment. We're going to do this as two groups. So the M3 and M4 83 kilo and 93 kilo classes will be in Group A, everyone else in Group B. So we have 4 categories on the platform in the first group. And I'll try and keep you up to speed with where the fights are, where the battles are, and who is in which class. We're underway with Sultan Tursunbayev. He's 72 years old in the M4 83 kilo class. Opening with 80 kilos. Clip to rack, that's not a failure in itself, but it can cause the bar to stall and dip. But that's a good lift and he's on the board. Voito Ahopelto from Finland is out next for 90 kilos. If we take a look at the graphic now, you can see in the top left corner he's an 83 kilo M3. The grey bar at the top will keep you up to speed with where he is in the rankings. Obviously, hardly any of the lifters have done a lift yet. And then we've got his name and nationality and the lifts that he has completed on the bottom bar. Nice and easy for Voito. Kadirkul Umbetalin from Kazakhstan is out next for 100 kilos. "64 years old, he's been competing for 12 years. Not all of the masters have been doing this for decades. Quite a few people get into it late in life. This is 10 kilos over his current best. So he must be feeling confident. I think we've lost the ref's lights, so hopefully we'll go 2 flags. Oh no, we haven't, it's 3 white lights. I've just lost them on my screen. So that was a good lift. Dari Beospanov next from Kazakhstan. 73 years old, he's been competing for a massive 47 years. Opening at 110. Current best is 132.5. Had to put a bit of effort in to get that one to the top. It was never in any doubt, but it wasn't super easy. I wouldn't expect him to take a big jump to his second. Just had to push through the sticking point there. Batadeni Shagdasuran. He lifted equipped. I think quite a few of these lifters today lifted equipped as well earlier in the competition. He's opening with 112.5. Again, had to put a little bit of work in, but that's a good lift. Gerhard Baumeister from Germany is going to come out next and open his bench with 115. Bars loaded for Gerhard. Team Germany been very vocal all week. "70 years old, he's just popped up into the M4s. Nice and easy for Gerhard. Yuri Hornik is out next, looking for 115. He's in the M493s. Just a reminder, we have 4 categories on the platform right now, the M3 and M4, 83 kilo and 93 kilo classes. Nice opening lift for Yuri.
Good lift, 3 white lights for Horning. 132.5 on the bar. Rune Larsen, Norway.
Rune Larsen is out next for 132.5. First lifter out in the M393s.
Bars loaded, 132.5 kilos. Rune Larsen, Norway.
Coached by Ralph Marley. He's been a busy man. He has been coaching all week. And that was a little bit tough.
Good lift for Larsen, 3 white lights, 132.5 on the bar now. For
Yeah, really had to work through that sticking point. I would expect a small jump, maybe only 5 kilos. What a lot of athletes haven't really considered here is the altitude we're at. We're at about 500 meters, 1600 feet, and that does impact performance. Renat Sajitov, Kazakhstan, is coming out next for 132.5. We've got a really tight battle here in the M393s, with 3 out of the 4 lifters opening within a couple of kilos of each other. Nice opener, and he's on the board.
3 white lights for Sagitov. 135 on the bar now. The Tomasetic, USA.
Tom Sentic is out next for USA. He's coming out for 135.
Bars loaded. Tomasetic, USA.
I can see that he changed his opener. I wonder if he just moved ahead. Lifted earlier in the week in the equipped. Coached by Steve Petrenchak, which I've been calling him all week, but apparently it's Petrenkak. Easy. Very nice indeed.
3 white lights and a good lift. Tomasetic. 145 on the bar now. Alex US Virgin Islands.
Here comes Howard Sturman, USVI, for 145. This is a long way ahead of anyone else in class. Been competing for 40 years. Explaining to the platform crew exactly where he wants his bar. And this will give him what I think will be an unassailable lead in the M3-83s. Very controlled to the chest. Not super fast, but slow and steady. 3 white lights, and he is in the lead. Feet slipped a little bit. Some lateral movement is allowed, but they must not lift from the platform. Franz Nerb, Germany, for a massive 165. 63 years old. This is a big lift for an M3. Quite a narrow grip. And the bar has to travel further. Puts more of the lift onto the triceps. But that looked very comfortable, and he shoots into the lead in the M393s. We go through to the second round of bench now, and Sultan Tursunbayev is going to come out for 90 kilos.
Bars loaded. 90 kilos. Sultan Tursunbayev, Kazakhstan.
He's a little way behind the other two in class. Sitting in third place. Nice and easy for Sultan. And now we have Voito Ahopelto from Finland. He's gone up 15 kilos, which is quite a big jump. But this will move him into second place. Excuse me, third place. Again, quite a narrow grip. Very tricep dominant, and the problem with that is it goes so far and then just grinds suddenly to a halt. I think the 15 kilo jump may have been a little bit ambitious there. That was all triceps from the bottom, and he just ran out of push.
Bar is loaded. 107.5 kilos.
Kadir Kulumbatalin from Kazakhstan is going to try for 107.5. He's gone up 7.5 kilos, sitting in third place. Looked very comfortable.
3 wide lights and a good lift from Batali. 115 on the bar, Darime Osmanov, Kazakhstan.
Daribay Ospanov
Bar is loaded.
for 115.
15 kilos, Darime Osmanov, Kazakhstan.
Very, very controlled to the bottom, but you know he's going to have to keep his fingers around the bar.
Good lift, 3 white lights from Osmanov.
3 white lights.
17.5 on the bar now.
That looked like it was close to the limit though. Very controlled to the chest, but you do use up a lot of energy in going that slowly, and I don't think he's got much more in the tank. Baterdene Jagdasurin from Mongolia. He's gone up 5. He's just going to want to defend now against Umbertalin. Umbertalin's put in another 5 kilos. I'm not really sure that that will be there. But Shagdasurin is going to want to extend his lead. Three white lights.
3 white lights and a good lift.
And I think he's fairly secure now for the silver medal.
Germany. Bar is loaded.
Gerhard Baumeister,
120 kilos.
120. This will take him into the lead in the M4 83s. Ospanov moved ahead with his second lift, and Gerhard is looking to take that back, which I think he's done.
3 white lights and a good lift. The Baumeister, 162.5 on the bar now. Yuri Holding, Czechia. Bar loaded.
Here comes Yuri Hornik. He's gone up 7.5. This is 122.5 on the bar. Swung back towards his face a little early, but nevertheless that's a good lift.
Good lift. 3 white lights to hold it. 122.5. 137.5 on the bar. Ruben Larsen, Norway.
Rune Larsen is out next for Norway. Quite a new lifter, 61 years old, only been competing for 1 year. Weight training in general is great to keep the bones in order and osteoporosis at bay. 137.5 on the bar. This is quite a closely contested field, so this will move him from 4th to 2nd. But it's a struggle and it just won't go, so that leaves him in 4th for the moment. And here comes Renat Sajitov for the same weight. Again, in an attempt to move up to 2nd, ahead of Sensic. But of course, Sensic will then get the opportunity to respond.
Bars loaded, 137.5 kilos, Sagitov, Kazakhstan.
5 kilo increase. He is the lightest in the field. Very light in the 93s at 88.6. Great technique there, kept his chest high and kept pushing through. So that moves him into silver. That was a great second attempt. Maybe not too much left for his third. And here comes Tom Sensic to take that position back. First place man, Franz Nerb, is probably unassailable in first place. So this is the battle for the rest of the podium places. And Tom is just sorting out his wrist wraps. You have to sort your wrist wraps out before you get past the technical controller. The only item you can adjust on the platform is your belt. 140 on the bar. Good lift.
Bars loaded, 155 kilos, Howard Sturman, US Virgin Islands.
Howard Sturman of USVI is leading the pack in the M3-83s. He's gone up 10 kilos to 155. Running his own race here, he doesn't really need to defend against second. So he's free to put whatever attempt he likes on the bar, securing the knowledge that no one's going to catch him. And it's some work, but it's a good lift. And he moves even further out ahead. Franz Nerb, Germany. Opened with 165, he's gone up to 172.5. Again, I don't really think he can be caught, so he's free to run his own race. It's so hard to keep pushing through with that very tricep dominant lift. We saw that with Larson as well. So that leaves him still on 165, but he's 20 kilos up the road from the other lifters. I don't think he's in any danger of being caught there.
The group will make changes. Time to start thinking about it. You have 9
So we are
attempts to
already
do.
into the third round of bench press. This is where we crown our world champions.
Following 100 kilos, Sultan
Bar is loaded for Sultan Tursunbayev, looking to match his PB with 100 kilos. And it's not quite going to go today. Leaves him with the best of 90 kilos and third place. Looked almost balletic. Next out, Vito Ahopelto from Finland. He missed 105, but he's gone up to 110 because he would like a podium place. This will move him up from 4th to 3rd. No, just not there. It was worth a try. Didn't lose any positions by having a go for it. Leaves him with the best of 90 kilos and 4th place.
Kazakhstan.
112.5 now for Kadirkul Umbatalin. He's in bronze medal position. In fact, he's guaranteed the bronze medal. Silver just a little bit out of reach. Nice third attempt. And that's 112.5 for Umbatalin and the bronze medal. Daribay Ospanov is now going to come out for 120. He is the lighter lifter in class, so this will go past Baumeister. This is for the world title. Gold medal on the line. Just a little bit too heavy today, leaves him with the best of 115 and the silver medal. Baedene Shagdasuran from Mongolia, not Magnolia, is going to come out now for 120. Matches his current best. He's guaranteed the silver medal now. That was a real fight. Oh, but no lift.
I'm sorry, that is no lift for Shaka.
So if we watch that back, a blue card in bench press can be for downward movement of the bar
125 on the bar now for
or
Baumeister
for a
of
soft
Germany.
lockout. So let's see if we can see a downward movement.
Already has the
Oh,
title.
it certainly stalled out a few times.
120 kilos.
At any rate, that was no lift. Lives in with a best of 117.5 and the silver medal.
5 kilos for Baumeister, Germany. All tennis range, tennis being moved over for the tennis.
This is Gerhard Baumeister. He is already world champion. Took 120 for a second. This is 125. And that is a nice lift. 3 for 3 and the new world champion.
Yes, good lift for Germany, good lift for Baumeister. 125 remains on the bar. Really holding Czechia.
And now we have Yuri Hornik for 125. And that's not quite going to go. Leaves him with the best of 122.5, but he does walk away the 93 kilo M4 world champion.
Next, weight on the bar 140. Rune Larsen. Last shot at provisional bronze for Norway. Bar is loaded.
And now we have Rune Larsen. This is the fight in the 93 M4s. I'm sorry, M3s. M3s. So this is 140. He missed 137.5, but he's gone up to 140 to try to get on the podium. And I tell you what, if I had Ralph Marley shouting at me like that, I'd certainly do my best to get the lift. Here we go. Bronze medal on the line. His head is up and he's not going to make it. Your head must remain on the bench. However, it's one of those failures that is hard to pick up from the side referees. At any rate, that was no lift. Leaves him with the best of 132.5 and 4th place. So Renat Sajidov is going to come out for the same weight for the same reason. He's currently in 3rd. This will move him up to silver, as he is lighter than Sensic. And it's a struggle, but he's pushed through. I'd like to hear from the side referees. And they say it's a good lift. Moves him up to the silver medal position. We have a change. Thomas Sensic has made a change to 142.5 because he wants that silver medal back. Needs to secure that position. He's slipped down to 3rd. This will put him back up to 2nd. Okay, here we go. He's on the podium. Which step is he on? And it's there, he takes the silver medal. Sajtov slips down to third.
Good lift on the station, USA 142.5. Next weight on the bar. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? We are loading the bar to one.
Oh, here we go, we have a world record attempt. Howard Sturman of USVI
Virgin Islands.
is going to attempt 163.5.
The World Masters 3 record in the 83 kilo category currently stands at 160.
Whenever you see a number that isn't an increment of 2.5 kilos, that must be a record. And at the World Championships, it must be a world record. This is in the M3, M3, 83 kilo class.
And the bar is loaded. World record attempt, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together.
Currently belongs to Isu Junichi, set in Tokyo in 2019. Howard Sturman with a world record attempt. He's already the world champion. He was miles out in front in class. Looking to pick up his first world record. He's struggling with it. That was a really valiant effort, but it just was not quite there today. Nevertheless, he's the new world champion. Comes off the chest well, he flares his elbows, but he's just not quite got it today. Franz Nerb, Germany. Second attempt at this weight, 172.5.
Bars loaded, 172.5 kilos from now. Come on, Germany!
Oh, you know, that is such a good effort, but the bar dipped and he just couldn't get it moving again. Leaves him with best of 165 and the gold medal in the 93 kilo M3s.
And we are into the B group. First weight on the bar, 90 kilos, Vladimir Matichev.
We move straight into the B group now. These are the heavyweight categories in the M3 and M4s. So we have 105, 120, 120 plus. So that's 6 classes to keep track of in one group. You can have 20 lifters in one flight in bench press.
Bars loaded, 90 kilos, Vladimir Matichev, Kazakhstan.
This is Vladimir Babichev, Kazakhstan. 73 years old. He's in the super heavyweight M4 class. And he's opening with 90 kilos. Careful, controlled descent, and that was super fast. And that was a super easy one, just to make sure he gets on the board.
Good lift for Babichev, 90 kilos, 95 on the bar, for Kazakhstan.
Next we have Valery Stepanenko, home nation lifter, coming out for 95 kilos. He's in the 105 M4s. 3 white lights, and that is a good lift. He should not be opening his hand though at the bottom of the press. You should keep your hand around the bar. Here comes Mick Ellender. Second time on the platform this week. He's done more jobs than anyone else in this competition. He's emceed, he's refereed, he's been on the jury, he's been TC, he's coached out the back. I don't think he has missed a single session, and we're on day 6. Here he is, 77 years old, 105 kilo class for 100 kilos. Coggles Fitness sending him out there. Very controlled. And he's on the board. Nice bit of leg drive there to get it off the chest. And we have Kairat Lebekov coming out now from Kazakhstan for 105. Same class as Mick. I think they will be fighting over medals come the end. Now I'm not sure if he jumped that. Now, but the referees say it was fine. He must have gone on the very P of the press.
Bar loaded, 105 kilos, Miguel Lawrence, Estonia.
Here is Mikael Lauritz from Estonia for 105. 78 years old, been competing for 43 years. Nice opening lift.
Green white lights, good lift, 105 for Lawrence, 115. On the bar for Dana Rosenzweig, USA.
Dana Rosenzweig is coming out now for 115. Took the bronze medal, I think, in the equipped.
115 kilos, Dana Rosenzweig, USA.
Been competing most of his life. Easy. Very nice. Good lift for Dana. Next we have Helmut Rangnit. I think he took the silver in the equipped. He's coming out now for 127.5.
Bar loaded, 127.5 kilos to Helmut Rangnit, Germany. Team Germany's best supporters here today so far.
Nice opener for Helmut.
Green white light and a good lift for Rangnit. 130 on the bar, Kizil Bayramkilov, Kazakhstan.
Kizir Bayramkilov. He took the silver, I'm fairly sure, in the equipped. I think most of these lifters, not all, but quite a few of them have lifted, are lifting for the second time today. And in some cases, it's a rematch. Not in this class though. I think Dana was in the 93s last time. He's weighed in today at 94.5, so he's just popped up into the 105s for a brief visit. And this is Kizir Bayramkilov for 130 kilos. Oh, that got a bit sticky towards the top. Looked like it took quite a bit of effort. He's had a yellow card failure from the centre referee, so I'm just going to see if we can see what that was for. Certainly we're not looking at that from the same angle as the centre referee, so not sure what that was for. The red card is if you do not bring the bar all the way to the chest or if it touches the belt. Blue card is for downward movement of the bar or soft lockout, and everything else is yellow, so quite a few yellow card failures. Now here's Terry Young, 68 years young. We have his son sending him out. They're a father-son team. They were both in Lithuania and they are coaching each other here today. But here's Terry for 130. Very nice. Terry is on the board with 130. Now we have Bakit Kerimbekov. He's going to be trying to add another gold medal to the one he got in the equipped.
Bar is loaded, 155 kilos, Kerimbekov, Kyrgyzstan.
£155 kilos for an M3 lifter. Very high chest, very controlled press. And he's in the lead in the 105s.
Good lift, 3 to 1, good lift, 3 to 1. Next weight on the bar is 160 kilos for Werner Richter, Germany.
Werner Richter from Germany is now going to come out for 160 kilos to open his bench. This will take him a long way out in front in the M4s. 75 years old, pressing 160 kilos. That looked very easy indeed. So next we have Andrei Zhuravlev from Kazakhstan. He took the gold in the equipped competition. Can he make it a double? This matches his current best. Certainly wasn't very easy, but he's on the board.
Rashid, your vote, please.
I hope so. We're just waiting for one of the referee's lights.
Thank you.
There we go, 3 white lights.
3 whites as you're out there. 160 remains in the mark for Jim Ray, USA.
Yeah, just a little bit of a struggle there to move through the sticking point. And we have Jim Ray coming out next. A little bit of confusion about the blocks. The racks aren't quite set. Okay, we are ready to go now, I think, for Jim Ray.
160 kilos, Jim Ray, USA.
Two-time world champion. We haven't seen him on the international circuit since Japan. Lovely. So that doesn't move him ahead of Zhiravlev because he's the heavier lifter. If two lifters lift the same weight, the lighter body weight takes the advantage. Werner Wieninger from Germany, quite a big German team here this morning, is going to come out for 170. He's in the M3 120s. And I'm just asking for the blocks to be removed. And hopefully we'll get the clock reset.
Restart the clock, please.
Okay, here we go. This is Werner Wieninger for 170 kilos. Good lift, he's on the board.
182.5 kilos on the bar. Great grip.
Next up we have Andy Rigby. He's a bit of a legend in British benching. Former world champion, former world record holder. He has held European records in 3 weight classes and 2 age classes. Just popped up into the M3s this year. Opening with a massive 182.5 kilos. 400 pounds. Coached by Matt Brignall, British team coach for Classic Bench. And that was Andy Rigby all over. Fast down to the chest, fast back to lockout, he's on the board. I spoke to him earlier, he said he wasn't feeling great. He was going to maybe take his attempts down a little bit, but that looked phenomenal at 182.5. So we are now through to the second round, and we have Vladimir Babichev, 400 kilos.
Bar is loaded. 100 kilos. Vladimir Babichev.
Matches his current best. And made short work of that. PB attempt next. Valery Stepanenko is going to come out next for 102.5. He's gone up 7.5, and this will move him up to third place, past Mick Allender. I can see Andy Rigby's going for it. He's asked for a world record for his second attempt at 193.5. Not feeling quite so bad then. But here's Stepanenko for 102.5. And that just looks a bit too heavy. So, no lift. Mick Allender out next. He is looking to move ahead of Tulibikov with 107.5. Hardest worker in the competition. It's really hard to referee and officiate and coach and do all the other jobs. You give so much emotional energy. Let's hope he's left some for his own performance. 107.5 on the bar. I think that moves him up to second. Yes, it does. Uses quite a lot of leg drive to push back along the bench. Kairat Tulibekov is now going to try and take that place back. $110 kilos on the bar. And I think he's moved back ahead of Mick Allender.
Next weight on the bar is 112.5 kilos for Mikael Loris, Estonia. 112.5. No blocks, thank you, ladies.
Mikael Lauritz from Estonia is now going to attempt 112.5. He's got up 7.5 kilos. He's in the M4 120s. That looked like a really nice second attempt.
Good lift, 3 wide bites for Lawrence, 112.5, 122.5 Dana Rosenstein, USA.
Dana Rosenzweig, USA. For 122.5.
122.5 kilos, Dana Rosenzweig, USA.
Nice and easy for Dana.
Good lift, 3 white lights for Rosenzweig. Next getting on the bar is 132.5 kilos of Ragnit, Germany.
Helmut Ragnit next. For 132.5.
Bars loaded, 132.5 kilos for Ragnit.
5 kilos up from his opener. This will move him past Terry Young. Good lift, moves him into third. Of course, we're only in the second round. Just a reminder that we have M3 and M4 age classes all lifting together, and we have the 105, 120 and 120 plus weight classes. Kizir Bayramkilov, Kazakhstan, for 135. Team Kazakhstan in the house. Sitting in second right now. I think first place is a little bit out of reach, but he's going to have to defend against Dana Rosenzweig. Took him a little while to get the start command because he was moving his feet around. And that's a tough one. I think he got it to lock out. A bit difficult from this angle. No, he did not. So it looks like he did not lock out his left arm. So it's not a great angle to see lock out from here, so we won't really get a good view of that. But the blue card in that case was definitely that he didn't lock his elbows. So that was a no lift, and he is now under pressure from Rosenzweig. But we have Terry Young on the platform. Just taking a look at the weights. Gone up 5 kilos, and this will take that place back from the German lifter. This will be a 2.5 kilo personal best. And he smoked it. Fantastic.
Good lift for Terry, 3 white lights, 160 on the bar. Baki Kerimekov, Kyrgyzstan.
Next up, Bakit Kerimbekov. Way out in the lead in the 105 kilo M3s.
Bar loaded, 160 kilos, Baki Kerimekov, Kyrgyzstan.
Gone up 5. No need to go crazy. He's not really challenged today. no lift. I think that was a lack of lockout.
No lift. 165 on the bar now. M3-M4, Kazakhstan.
You have to return the bar to arm's length with your elbows locked. Gets to be more and more of a problem as you get older.
Bar is loaded. 165 kilos.
Here we have Andrei Zhuravlev for 165. He's in first place at the moment, but he's under huge pressure from Jim Ray from the USA. Good lift, 2-1. Centre referee wasn't happy with the lockout. But that is a good lift, and he extends his lead. Yeah, the right arm doesn't look locked from that angle. Werner Richter, Germany, 170. Long way out ahead. Team Germany's having a great day today. No, his head's right off the bench there. I think only the centre referee will be able to see that. So interested to see what. Yeah. So the centre referee gave him a red. I'm just looking at the jury. I can't see anyone on their feet, so it looks like he's got away with that. It's something you can't see from the side referee's position. It's head off the bench is one of those things where it's more often overturned by the jury than caught on the platform because the side referees just cannot see. So here's Jim Ray looking to move ahead of Zhuravlev with 170. He's the heavier lifter, he has to lift more weight. But his opener looked great. As does his second, and he moves ahead.
3 white lights and a good lift with Jim. 177.5 on the bar now. Werner Wiesner, Germany.
Werner Wieninger for 177.5. These are big lifts in the M3 120s. But he is up against Andy Rigby, who's made a comeback into the M3s. Been absent from the international scene for a while. And here's Werner for 177.5. Not far off his current best of 182.5. I think he wins the best moustache prize today, though. And he's pushing through and fighting it. I don't think he can quite get it all the way, though. So that is no lift for Wieninger. That was so close. Now then, we have a world record attempt coming up. Andy Rigby has returned to international competition as he has moved into the M3 class. Here he comes.
Masters 3 record for Andy Rigby. Should he get it? And this is only the second round.
This record was set in Tokyo, in Japan in 2019. Currently belongs to Akihiro Watanabe. Will it belong to Andy Rigby soon? Has a very characteristic style. I've spotted for Andy Rigby and I thought he just dropped the bar. It goes down to his chest so fast. $182.5 for his opener. Flew. And that's the easiest world record you will see today. If that's Andy Rigby not feeling great today, then I would like to see him in good shape. I can't imagine what he's going to put on the bar next. That looked very comfortable. So we move into round 3 with Valery Stepanenko. Here he comes. He missed this for his second. Gonna have another try at it. Podium's a little bit out of reach now. No, not quite there today. Leaves him with the best of 95 kilos and 4th place. Vladimir Babichev is out next in the 120 plus class, super heavyweight M4. And he's looking for 110. This would be a 10 kilo PB on the international stage. Always hard to do your best work at an international because you've travelled a long way. The environment's different. It's very hot here in Almaty today. Very humid. That was more of an issue when we were in the equipped part of the competition. Bench shirts were hard to get on and even harder to get off. But here's Vladimir Babichev. Oh, it stuck for a moment, but it went all the way in the end. 3 white lights, 3 good lifts, and he is the super heavyweight M4 world champion. Now this is interesting. Mick Ellender is sitting in 3rd place. He's asked for 112.5 to move ahead. 110 would have moved him ahead though because he's lighter. So let's hope that's not an error in judgment. No, not quite. Maybe 110 would have gone. So that leaves Mick with 107.5 and the bronze medal. Do you know, I think he pushed that the wrong way. That looked to go straight up instead of back. And here we have Kairat Tulebekov for 115. He is not challenged now. He's guaranteed the silver. And he can't catch gold the first place.
Kazakhstan.
So guaranteed a silver medal. That is not going to go. Leaves him with best of 110 and second place.
No lift for Tulebekov. 120 on the bar. Estonia.
Mikhail Lauritz, Estonia.
Bar is loaded. Mikhail Lauritz, Estonia.
£7.5 kilo jump to his third. Seems a little bit ambitious. 78 years old, been competing for 43 years. And this will be a PB. And just a little bit too heavy today, leaves him with a best of 112.5. And he walks away with the gold medal.
Next weight on the bar is 130 kilos. Dana Rosenzweig, USA. Provisional silver medal position, and he gets this. Both of the lifters in class have failed their second attempt. He's got his.
So we see Dana Rosenzweig in the wings there with Steve Petrenkak.
No pressure, buddy.
Steve's himself lifted twice, as has Dana.
Bar is loaded.
Silver medalist both times, I think.
Dana Rosenzweig, USA.
So here's Dana looking to move into second place. And there he goes, he's moved ahead. That's the silver medal for the moment. Now we have immediately Kazir Bayramkilov is going to come out for 135. He missed 135 on his second, so he can't go down. He can't respond by doing 132.5. He has to take 135 again.
Kazakhstan, come on, get behind the lifter. He's going to take silver if he gets this.
This for the silver medal. And I think he's got it. What do the referees make of his lockout? They don't like it. That is 2-1, no lift. No lift. He did not lock his elbows. So that gave Rosenzweig the silver medal, and Bayramkilov leaves him with the best of 130 and the bronze. And next we have Helmut Rangnit from Germany. Would like to match Terry Young's 135 and move ahead on bodyweight. And he can't quite manage it, so that leaves him with the best of 132.5 and 4th place. And that guarantees Terry Young the bronze medal.
Terry Young in bronze medal position. Canadian lifter. Bar is loaded. 137.5 kilos for Terry.
Here comes Terry Young for 137.5. He already got a PB on his second. He's guaranteed the bronze.
50 seconds.
Looking for 137.5. He's just having a quick chat with his son before he comes out. One of those lifters that likes to take a bit of a trip around the platform and look at the bar from all angles.
20 seconds.
And that was super easy. That did not look like a third attempt. 2 to 1, a good lift. That gives Terry Young the bronze medal.
Already taking home the world title with 155, but he wants 170 to make it more real. Bar is loaded. 170 kilos.
Bakit Kerembekov, Kyrgyzstan. Missed 160. Not let it bother him. Gonna have 170. It's an unusual progression. Opening with 155, went up 5, missed a lift, and now he's gone up 10. No, that's going nowhere. Still, he walks away the world champion.
No lift, 170. 170 remains on the bar for Zuraflev of Kazakhstan. Andrei Zuraflev, Kazakhstan. If he gets this is...
Next, we have the fight in the super heavyweight M3s. Andrei Zuraflev is going to try to move ahead of Jim Ray with 170 as he's the lighter lifter. He's barely into the super heavyweights. He's 120.7. Well, it went to the top. What do the referees think? They think he didn't lock it out. So that leaves him with the best of 165 and the silver medal.
Okay, so we're loaded up to 172.5 kilos for Jim Ray, USA.
That takes the pressure off Jim Ray.
Already has the gold medal. Bar is loaded, 172.5 kilos, Jim Ray, USA.
Here comes Jim Ray. He is already the super heavyweight M3 world champion. And that is a nice lift for Jim Ray. 3 white lights, 3 good lifts, and the gold medal.
Okay, 175 on the bar now. Werner Richter, Germany, already has the title, 105 kilo Masters 4. With his previous 170, would like to make it definitive with 175. Team Deutschland already on the go up there in the stands.
Here comes Werner Richter for 175 kilos. He is already the 105 M4 world champion. Nope, just a little bit too heavy. Nevertheless, he walks away with a gold medal and a best lift of 170. Two more lifts remain. Here is Werner Wieninger for 177.5. He missed this last time. Just a bit too heavy today. Leaves him with the best of 170 and the silver medal. Now here we go for our second world record attempt of the session and the second world record attempt for Andy Rigby. I've had a bit of a look around to try and figure out the significance of 201 and I haven't managed to. I thought it might be an M2 record, but he already has all the M2 records, European and British, at 222.5. So while I was looking, I noticed that he has British records in 3 age classes and 3 weight classes. I don't think anyone else has anything close to that. Possibly Tony Cliff. Here he comes. This is 201 kilos for Andy Rigby, who is also miles ahead in the best lifter contest.
Come on, Andy. What you got?
His first looked super easy. His second looked comfortable. This is 7.5 kilos more. And he had more in the tank. That's a phenomenal performance for the British lifter, Andy Rigby. He has the world record, he is the best lifter, and he is the world champion. Absolute masterclass performance from Andy Rigby.
There will be a short break while we get them into their tracksuits, and then we will present the medals to your world champions.
So we have our results here on the screen for you now. In the 105 M3s, it was Kerembikov from Rosenzweig from Bayramkilov. In the 120 M3s, it was an absolute stellar performance from Andy Rigby ahead of Wieninger. Super heavyweights was Ray from Zhiralev from Young. In the 105 M4s, it was Richter from Tulubikov from Islander, and in the 120 M4s, it was Lauritz. And I think we have Babichev. Babichev was the world champion in the 120 plus. We have the medal ceremony coming up next. I hope you'll stick around for that. And we have two more sessions today. We have the men's M2s at 2 p.m. and the M1s at 4 p.m. Please join us then.
Move up please, boys. We've got them all in. Come on, let's keep it tidy. Okay, so first of all, 83 kilo Masters 3 category. In bronze medal position with 112.5 kilos from Kazakhstan, Kadirkul Umbetali. Taking the silver medal with 117.5 from Mongolia, Bat Erdene Shagdasure. And your new 83 kilo Masters 3 world champion with 155 kilos, and that world record will definitely go next time, from the US Virgin Islands, Howard Sturman. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the national anthem of the US Virgin Islands. Well done, gentlemen. Good job. Thank you, gentlemen. And we now move to the next category. 93 kilo Masters 3 in bronze medal position with 140 kilos. From Kazakhstan, Renat Sagitov. Taking the silver medal with 142.5 kilos from the USA, Thomas Sensic. And your new 93 kilo Masters 3 world champion with 165 kilos from Germany, Franz Neff. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the national anthem of Germany. Well done, gentlemen. Great job. Thank you. And now, 105 kilo Masters 3 category. In bronze medal position with 130 kilos from Kazakhstan, Kizir Baramkilov. Kilo. Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Bayram Kilo. Okay, time waits for no man, quite literally. So, taking the silver medal, also with 130 kilos on body weight, for the USA, Dana Rosenzweig. And your new 105 kilo Masters 3 world champion with 155 kilos from Kyrgyzstan, Bakit Kerimbekov. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the national anthem of Kyrgyzstan. Great job, guys, great job. Can somebody make sure Borankilov gets his medal? Now we go to the 120 kilo Masters 3 category. In silver medal position with 170 kilos from Germany, Werner Wieninger. And your new 120 kilo Masters 3 world champion, making quite a splash on his return to the platform with a couple of world records in the bag, with 201 kilos from Great Britain, Andy Rigby. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the national anthem of Great Britain. Well done, gentlemen, great job. And now we go to super heavyweight Masters 3, 120 plus class in bronze medal position with 137.5 kilos. From Canada, Terry Young. Taking the silver medal with 165 kilos from Kazakhstan, Andrei Zhuravlev. And your new world champion, super heavyweight Masters 3 with 172.5 kilos from the USA, Jim Ray. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the national anthem of the United States of America. Well done, gentlemen. Great job, and that concludes Masters 3. Thank you, gents. And we now move to Masters 4, 83 kilo category. 90 kilos took the bronze medal to Kazakhstan's Sultan Tursunbayev. In silver medal position with 115 kilos from Kazakhstan, Danibay Osmanov. And your new 83 kilo Masters 4 world champion with 125 kilos from Germany, Gerhard Baumeister. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the national anthem of Germany. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. And now, Masters 4, 93 kilo category. Your new world champion with 122.5 kilos from Czechia, Yuri Hornik. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the national anthem of Czechia. Thank you, sir. Great job, great job. And now, Masters for 105 kilo category. In bronze medal position with 107.5 kilos from Great Britain, Mick Ellender. Taking the silver medal with 110 kilos from Kazakhstan, Kairat Tulubekov. And your new 105 kilo Masters 4 World Champion with 170 kilos from Germany, Werner Richter. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the national anthem of Germany. Well done, gentlemen. Great job. Thank you. And now the sub-120 class, Masters 4. Your new world champion with 112.5 kilos from Estonia, Mikael Loritz. Still looking spry in the Masters 4. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the national anthem of Estonia. Well done, sir. Great job. Great job.
Thank you.
Is he going to run back as well? We're about to find out. Oh, yes. And finally, 120 plus kilos, Masters 4, your new world champion with 110 kilos from Kazakhstan, Vladimir Babichev. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the national anthem of Kazakhstan. Well done, sir. That concludes the presentation of the medals. Ladies and gentlemen, if we can have the music maestro, please. Please join me in giving these gentlemen a round of applause as they follow the technical controller from the stage.